welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, so for this one, I want to do a video about the time I met this girl and boy did he go left. Alright, so this how it went. I met this girl at a gas station. I pulled up to this gas station in my neighborhood one night, right? I pull up to the gas station and just so happened, I parked next to her. So when I pulled up, she was sitting in the car and she was like looking at her phone or something. So I had looked over at her and I was, waving her down. I'm like, hey, you smoke? And she like, yeah, I do. I'm like, I got some weed. I was trying to sell some weed to her, but she wanted me to smoke it with her. So I told her, I was like, nah, I don't got time, I just give you some weed, you just hit me up. Well, she took that and ran with it. She like, hey, listen, I don't know what you gotta do, whoop-de-whoop, well, why don't you kick it with me for a minute? I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll give you a minute. So I jumped in the car with her. And we sat there and we talked for about 10 minutes. She had a little baby in the back seat, in the car seat. The kid couldn't have been no older than like 7, 8 months, something like that. So while we kicking it, she get to smoking in front of the baby. I'm like, damn, all right, whatever, So she just telling me about all her problems and, all that type of shit. So whatever. She like, I need to go to CVS and get my baby some diapers. My baby don't got no more diapers. My baby needs some medicine, blah, 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 blah. She like, can you just follow me up to the CVS? And she was like, you just stay in your car and just watch my kid from my car while I run in there and go grab the stuff real quick. I'm like, all right, cause I'm always there for the kids, So she gonna do this for the kids, and all right, I'll watch her while, she gonna do what she gotta do, to get her stuff for her kids. The CVS probably like 5 minutes away from where we was at, so it wasn't like it was a long ride. So I followed her there. We get there, I parked my car in front of hers, so that way I was facing her car, so I could see her kid. So she ran in there, she did what she did. Next thing I know, I see her come running up out of there. And she was running out of there. Both hands full of shit. Just ran up out of there. I'm looking at her like, what the fuck is she running for? And then I realized wasn't none of the items in bags. So, she stole the shit, So she stole it. And when we left, she jumped in the car and we pulling off. I followed her. We went right back to the gas station. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So we get to the gas station. She like, look, I want to thank you for, watching my kid while I had to do what I had to do. She like, look, you want to come to my house and come kick it with me? She like, I don't got no problem. You can come through, blah, 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 blah. I ain't gonna lie, I was on some late night horny shit. I'm like, shit, all right, She like, you could jump in the car with me, I'll take you to my house, and I'll bring you back in the morning. You just spend the night with me. I'm like, all right, cool. Crash dumb. I done did some shit that I know God was like, nigga, I ain't gonna take you out now. It ain't your time. Cause I done definitely threw my life in the balance a few times. And this is one of them times I did when I shouldn't have, but I did. So I jumped in the car with her. We had parked my car on the block cause the gas station right down the street from my block. So I parked the car on the block, jumped in the car with her. We get to ride and I'm like, yeah, where you stay at? She said she stay in Inkster. Inkster is a little bitty ass ghetto city that's like 20 minutes outside of Detroit. Ghetto ass little city, So I'm like, bitch, we going to Inkster? Oh my God. Like, I just knew something wasn't gonna be right, So when we get there, we chilling and everything. And while we chilling, she go put the baby to sleep. She put the baby to sleep. She come in the room, instantly got the stripping. So you know what time it was, you know. So we did our thing. We went to sleep. You go to sleep, wake up the next morning. You get up the next morning, I always wake up early. I am the early bird, especially if I spend the night at a woman's house. I'll be up 6 a.m. ready. So I get up. I can't recall what time it was. It probably was 6, in between 6, 7 o'clock. So I got up. I wake her up. I'm like, you know, come on, I need to get back to the hood. Whoopty whoop. She like, all right, give me a minute. Let me get ready, blah, blah, blah. All right. So she get her time. She get ready. She get the baby ready. Everything cool. All right. I'm just sitting there waiting on them to get ready. Right before she come walking up with the baby, well, we about to walk out the door. Phone get the ring. Guess who it is? Her crazy ass baby daddy. My God. So she answered the phone. He like, yeah, bitch, where you at? If you at home with a nigga right now, I'm about to come kill your ass right now in front of that nigga. Here we go. So they get to arguing. They arguing. She, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking like, hey, look, shoot me to the crib. Fuck y'all arguing, you know. So I guess dog overheard me, you know, saying, hey, come on, get me up out of here. So the nigga like, oh, you got the nigga there right now? Big, I'm about to pull up right now. Boop, bang the line. I'm like, come on, let's go. I done already been here before with a bold situation, you know. So I'm like, get me up out of here, you know. We leave, we go jump in the car. And when we jump in the car, we pull off. Just so happened he was pulling up. She like, that's him right there. I'm like, what the fuck? So we snatch off. Somehow, some way, he didn't see her pulling off. He wasn't paying no attention to her car. He was paying attention to the apartment she was living in. I guess he was trying to see if he could see somebody walking around it or something. He paid her car no attention. So we slid right past this nigga, you know. We slid past him, got about the little apartment complex, all that shit. Got on the road. Shot straight up telegraph. I'm like, dog, never again. I don't care who this woman is. We ain't talking no more. None of that shit. I'm good. All I did was pull up, was trying to sell some weed, and motherfucking turn around. I'm damn near about to get into some shit, you know, fucking with this broad. So, yeah, I had to wrap that one up real quick and get up out of there. So, long story short, she shot me back to the block. When I got there, she had no gas in her car. None. She waited till we got all the way there, and she was like, I don't have any gas. Can you give me like $10? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll send it to you. I don't got it on me right now. I just send it to you. She like, okay, cool. She pulled off. I smoked her. Never heard from her ever again. That was just a wild ass story that just happened out of nowhere. But dog was coming to hurt that girl for real. Let me say something about you women with these crazy baby daddies and all of that shit. Why do y'all be playing these games? Like, stop doing it. Y'all gonna get somebody killed playing around like that. Or y'all gonna get killed playing around like that. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.